Here is the transition of what I'm starting to really see with AI and Google search engine. I know I made that video, I believe, about Perplexity and what they got going on, and I don't know why it didn't click to me from there. Maybe it's because I'm a product guy and I'm really just wanting someone to make a better version of Google, and they didn't. And so it kind of like disappointed me. But I do see where AI is starting to be used in the search engine results right now in Google. And here's how I know. Is because we have checklists. We Spotlight Revenue, my SEO marketing agency, has been around for 8 years. Since 2016. And in that time, we have developed checklists, SOPs, processes, and just a wealth of experience of seeing what works for ranking on Google. And in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, into 2023, it was so turnkey to rank stuff #1 on Google, because all we would have to do is we would follow the checklist with the content of the page. Well, we would follow the checklist for the overall website technically, so we would technically optimize the site so it was fast and had all the nuts and bolts we needed. Then we would follow our optimization checklist for the content, and then we would just build backlinks to that sucker until it ranked #1. And that was it. That's all it took in 2022 to rank #1 on Google. If you don't believe us, ask our clients. I mean, it was like turnkey. We guaranteed #1 rankings all the time, and it worked. Then 2023, things started getting a little fishy. Things started working and other things didn't work, and it didn't make as much sense. And so we started trying to figure it out. And now going into 2024, you know, we've really gotten it honed in a lot better. We've learned a ton last year, and now's where I'm starting to see AI is starting to play a part. I don't know if Google has made a press release. Can you Google that for me? What would it be? It would be, does Google's algorithm use AI? And just see if there's any press releases in the past couple months about it. And while we're waiting on that, I don't know if they've announced it or not, but I can start seeing right now the biggest noticing factor that Google is using a large language model and determining their search results a lot better. And here's how. They've been hyping up saying, we care about the user, we care about the user, we care about the user for so long. Yet up until last year, it literally was turnkey. If you wanted to rank for roofer, Kansas City, your page title, roofer, Kansas City, your headline, roofer, Kansas City, and your sub-headlines were just derivatives of all that. And now it wasn't just that. We might put the company name, fill in a couple other things, but you really just follow the steps all the way through, and that's how you optimized it. Now I'm noticing there's, just staying on that search result, and by the way, we don't have a roofing client in Kansas City, but if we did, and I Googled it right now, I'm noticing that page titles are either being more descriptive, where they're like, Kansas City Roofing Company that cares about your roof. And it doesn't even have the keyword in it. What we're also noticing that literally I just looked at just a minute ago in my dad's office, Google is taking that page title that you write and literally rewording it in a way that it looks better to the human eye. It's more natural language. And they're doing that. The company's not doing that. Google is doing that. And so what does that say to me? And I don't know if anybody's following on this because this is real SEO nerd talk right here. But what that's telling me is Google is literally taking that page title and rewriting it the same way they do meta descriptions, except using a large language model, because you can see in the SERPs that was AI written. We all are picking up how ChatGPT writes. Do they say anything?
Well, they say that they have been using AI for the past 25 years with generative AI. There's no like.
Perfect, exactly. They are using a large language model. They have been, and that's perfect. I'm glad you said that, because that was the biggest thing that I was thinking about, was the fact that, quite frankly, what they've been doing by learning bits and more and more and more and optimizing their algorithm more is, in theory, a large language model, because they've been doing that to begin with. And now I can just tell that the large language model is getting more and more like, I haven't used Google, was it Bard? Their version of ChatGPT, I haven't used it, but they all write very similar, except for Elon's that just likes cussing and talking about Trump. No shame in it, at least we got a different flavor out there. But what I was saying is that you can tell how AI talks now. Like you can tell where it's like, it's just not a person, man. It's not bad, it's great. It's incredibly, I'm not hating on it. You can just tell the trend. Like you can also tell a trend of a AI image versus a designer designed it or a photographer took the picture. You can tell in the language. You can tell in the search engine results on Google that AI wrote some of those page titles, not the actual page it's linked to. The actual page is linked to when you click the link. Yes, a human might have wrote that, or AI might have wrote that too. It depends who did their SEO. You can tell that there is a element of what we are calling AI right now, which is really just a large language model, but what we're calling is AI right now. You can tell it is more of a human decision making on what to rank. It's not human, it's AI, but it's more human-like. Recently, over the past 6 months, I've noticed this change. But you can tell that it's starting to pay attention to it. So why am I saying all this and what can we actually get out of this that's valuable? Because hopefully Rob chopped out pieces. I think that what you should be doing right now as somebody that is either working on SEO for their own site or trying to study SEO or running their own SEO studio is this. You should literally write your content in the best artistic form you can that really appeals to your customer and just follow the traditional bullet points of what's needed for SEO that you can go find your own or I'll make another video. But the biggest thing you need to change with your SEO right now is write it as if you were trying to impress ChatGPT or impress a English teacher, or not an English teacher, a person, a common person, not an English teacher. Don't write SEO like you're trying to impress a crawler like we did at the beginning of last year.
We see